The Royal Motor Yacht Club Port Hacking is a hidden gem of the Shire, situated on the banks of the beautiful Port Hacking. It's a great place to catch up with friends, celebrate your birthday or any special occasion, and they always show the NRL live on the big screens. The RMYC Port Hacking, proud sponsors of this podcast and big supporters of the Cronulla Sharks. Check out their website, rmycph.com.au. They've got a Facebook page, or you could go old school and call them on 02 9523 9300.
Sharkcast! Sharkcast! Fafita tries to crash his way over, he does! Fafita got the ball over the line!
And to all you people back in the Shire, turn your porch lights off because we're coming home with a trophy.
Hey there, welcome to Sharkcast Pod, a podcast dedicated to the greatest sporting club in the history of the world, the mighty Cronulla Sharks. This short, sharp episode of appreciation and bonus Ronaldo Mulitalo interview is brought to you by Dyson Logistics, the Royal Motor Yacht Club in Port Hacking, and Jason Hawes at Cripps & Cripps Real Estate. My name is Sam Shinazzi. I'm an OG from 2015, and that's partly why I'm leaving a note of appreciation for all of our listeners and viewers. We just passed 600 episodes, 600, of Sharkcast. Fittingly, it was last week in Derby Week with my good friend Josh Bolling, and whilst I did realise that the event was coming up, I didn't want to make too much of a fuss about it, but I did want to acknowledge the fact that we reached 600 episodes because not many podcasts get past 10 episodes, to be honest. I think on average it might even be 3 is what's kind of normal, and then after that you deem some sort of success. So I figure 600 is pretty good. I know we celebrated our 100th episode in great fashion down at the Yacht Club with a viewing party this time round. Just wanted to drop a note and say thanks for everything. Whether you're an OG listener, whether you are a newbie, or whether you're somewhere in between, we really appreciate it. Myself, everyone involved, couldn't do it without your support. Whether you're one of the listeners and viewers who share the episodes around with your friends and family on your socials, really appreciate that. If you're a listener who comes up and says hello at the games, very kind of you. Whether you've bought merch, a lot of you write in, which we really appreciate. The correspondence is fantastic. Or even if you're just someone in the background who's just listening and liking what we do, it's super appreciated, really grateful. Obviously, along the way, we've had a lot of help. And this won't be an Academy Awards moment, but I did want to say thank you to some people in particular. And if I leave anyone out, well, that's on me. Of course, we couldn't have done this as well as we did without OG Adam Newman. He and I started the podcast in 2015. We did 6 very eventful seasons together. It feels like we did so much. I thought it was closer to 8 or 9 seasons, but I believe it was 6 seasons. And we definitely lived a life in those 6 seasons, experienced some great things. So he was a large part of where we got to in that time. Adam left by choice at the end of 2020, went out with a bang. We did a interview with Brett Camorley, of all people, at the Royal Motor Yacht Club in Port Hacking. It's one of the more memorable episodes, so go seek out that if you haven't heard it. We're going to keep rolling. It's another week in Shark Nation, and we can't wait for Brisbane Sunday. We can't wait for the NRLW trial Sunday. It just doesn't stop, and that's how we like it. So here's to 600 more. Complete thanks to people who have helped out in recent times, including good friends like Josh Bolling, Gary Dover, Tristan Canell, Cam Webb, Clinton Maynard, Jardine Ormsby, other people associated with the show like Dave Riccio, Benny Harlem. There's a whole list of people who I won't get to, but we appreciate everyone who's appeared on the show or helped out behind the scenes. In the early days, people like Mary Kay, who had some great advice and was an influence. And there's a whole bunch. The Fire Up guys, Boom Rookies. A lot of those OG podcasters were really helpful. I've sort of tried to carry that torch and help out other people along the way. So hopefully, if you're listening and you're a podcaster, then hopefully I've helped you along the way. I also wanted to say, we get people all the time saying, I wish we'd done what you're doing and I had an idea to do it. And my advice is just go do it. You sort of won't know till you try. So big thanks to the Cronulla Sharks Club. We were associated with them from very early on, which was actually a bit of a surprise for us. We've been friends with them ever since. We'll continue to be friends with them. and we definitely appreciate all they do for us, just the general help. And hopefully we've been helping them out as well along the way. Too many names there to mention, but people know who they are. And not sure where else to go with my little speech here, but I think you get the sentiment, and it's just been such a fun thing to do. Such an honour, to be completely honest, to kind of be the driver of this vehicle. It's a real honour and something that I am very grateful for. And it's one of those things where we started ourselves, we've worked really, really hard. Like, it's probably harder than you think to do what we do, but the rewards are really great, both from a personal point of view and just to continue to see it grow is really, really cool. So anyway, it's getting a bit awkward now. Keep listening, keep telling your friends, keep telling your family, keep telling your colleagues. And we've got some things planned. So there's things in the works. I say that a lot, and sometimes they come off, sometimes they don't. But this time around, I've got a feeling there's going to be some things happening coming up, which hopefully you'll enjoy. So with that in mind, I would like to throw to Ronaldo Mulitalo, who I got to speak with. And it is probably my favourite thing that I like to do with this podcast, is talking to those that create the magic. I love telling stories about the Sharks, and I think in this interview, which is short and sharp, you'll hear from a guy who is so proud to represent what we love, and I think he's fired up for a big game on Sunday. Thanks for the chat. We got more episodes coming. Also, last but not least, thank you to Kieran Fraser and Dan Nichols, two lads who know their Sharks inside and out, who have been on the show quite regularly in the last few years and become good mates of mine as well. So thanks to those guys, and I'm sure I've left out many more people. You know who you are. Appreciate everyone. Here comes Ronaldo Mulitalo. Up. Ronaldo Mulitalo, welcome back to Sharkcast, my friend. How are you going?
Yeah, good. Obviously after a win, but building towards something nice throughout the year, and just trying to keep confident throughout here. A
lot of people talking about your big hit. Have you been claiming that all this week at training?
Yeah, I've been telling the middles that I've been working on it, so if they want to have a piece of it during training, they can have it too, but nah, wingers don't do much. Surely you can do something to help the team out.
Well, we missed your enthusiasm the week before.
Yeah.
So what you bring to the team, wingers are very important to us. Can you tell us a bit about how Fitzy and you guys got the band back together on the road to winning? Because the last 2 weeks before that were a bit iffy.
Yeah, disappointing obviously for our fans. No one likes losing by 40, and if you're going to lose, you want to go down swinging. No tight games, not having blowout scores by the time the finish line is done. So, for us, especially our back line, it's about intensifying a little effort areas, our kick chase, and getting out of all the little things, getting out of marker and putting pressure on their ball runners and things like that. And I think we just didn't bring that. But on the weekend, I think the second half showed. And that'll be frustrating as well for obviously the fans. I get that, and especially our coaching staff. They're like, why can you do that in one set of 40 minutes, but not when you're fresh? So, yeah. But yeah, for us, let's get that blueprint back and get that feeling back. Hopefully replicate it.
What do you think their answer is, though, when they say to you, why can't you do that? What is there an answer to it?
I think it's just your attitude, your effort. When you walk through the gates, when you jump on the team bus, when you run out in the black, white and blue, you got a responsibility to uphold. And I think we let ourselves down for those 2 weeks. I think 12 weeks before that, we were in after it. Lost our way for a little bit, but we're back at it. And I think every week you got to prove yourself, and it's not just going to happen for you. So fixing our attitude and fixing everything else. But that's the little things for me, I guess.
At the game in Shark Nation, everyone was melting down after the first half. I wasn't at that stage. I wasn't happy with the scoreline, obviously. What did the coach say to you at halftime to turn it around?
Play a tough brand of footy, play your brand. Probably gave us a kick on the backside about we know what footy we want to play. Go out and be confident and get after, and that's what we've done. Kicked to a corner, chased like hell, and got results from it. And the game's a simple game. The laws of the game is important, and when you get it on, that's what you can produce.
Tell us about your boy Sione.
Yeah, happy to have the Tongan fisherman back, and that's why you have him back to come up with plays like that when the game's on the line, scoring off a scrum, then scoring off bloody a try that no one else probably could in the game, and he's a world-class winger, man. That's what you need in your team. It's game breakers like that, and someone with a bit of X-factor, and he's definitely got that.
All right, we're going to Suncorp this week, place where you debuted, place that won't let you play for your state. Very timely. How are you feeling about the Broncos game?
Yeah, confident. for me, it's always a good game because my family all up there. So playing in front of my family and their fans don't scare me. It's more so my parents and my family that they're the toughest critics out there. So trying to get the job done in front of them is more important than being intimidated by a Broncos crowd. But I'm really excited for the contest and playing our brand of footy, taking ourselves up there and improving to the comp that we're still ready to push for a big one.
I believe you, man. Let's go do
Cheers.
it. Thanks, Ronnie.
Thank you.
Sharkcast is supported by the best and most honest real estate agent in the Sutherland Shire, Jason Hawes from Cripps & Cripps Real Estate. He's an expert in the Caringbah region and has his eye all across the Shire. Lifelong Sharks fan and supporter of this podcast, if you're looking to buy or sell in the region, the person you need to be talking to is Jason Hawes from Cripps & Cripps Real Estate. Call him on 0410 417 450. That's 0410 417 450. Jason Hawes, Cripps & Cripps Real Estate.
Sharkcast! Sharkcast! Fafita tries to crash his way over, he does! Fafita got the ball over the line!
And to all you people back in the Shire, turn your porch lights off because we're coming home with a trophy.